What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the NBA Finals Show preview. I'm your host. My name is Chris Golden. We're here with Brandon and Don as well, and we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start right off here with Kyrie returning to Boston in the NBA Finals. We have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics, and I'm just gonna straight up ask you guys, with Kyrie's return to Boston, how do you think this plays out for Kyrie right off the rip in Game One?
I feel like he's gonna have a lot to prove going back. His record going against him is not that great, and with this being the championship, I feel like he's gonna put it all on the line to do it what he can.
Mm-hmm.
I
Don.
would, I would also have to say that, well, him returning to Boston, I would say like probably maybe I don't see him going back to Boston anytime soon, but describing by the record that he's played in Boston, I would say in the finals he's definitely going to have to bring his A game and always come in the clutch like he always does, and also not turn over the ball.
Yeah, no, that's true. We'll jump into that too. We're going to talk about Kyrie's record versus Boston since he left. I think he's 0-10 or 0-11. I'm not 100% sure. But like the thing I think of is when he stomped on the logo. Like a lot of people say that's bad luck. So so I don't really know too much about that, but a lot of people say that's bad luck. But with him returning to Boston, I mean, as of lately, he's definitely been putting a lot of people on notice. I've definitely noticed on social media, uh, people almost apologizing to Kyrie because people were writing him off, saying he shouldn't be in the league and X, Y, and Z. But as of lately, he's been going crazy, going crazy against the Thunder, Minnesota, and the Clippers. So I think it's going to be interesting just from being a Cavs fan and being from Cleveland. I want Kyrie to win. I want the Mavericks to win. I mean, everyone I've talked to has said the same thing, but we'll jump into that real quick. I think, like I said, I think his record is 0-10 or 0-11. But I just think this might be a little bit different. I think, especially in the finals, it'd be in the playoffs. Um, couple of Kyrie's recent interviews, he talked about his experience, like with what he learned in the finals before with Bron and the relationship that's been growing with him and Luca. I just think it's going to be a little bit different in this series.
I agree. In the last 5 games that they had against Minnesota, he had over 110 points over the five
Yeah,
games. So I
yeah.
feel like if he's playing like that, then like there's a good chance that he can really do it for this team.
Yeah, most likely Kyrie always been coming in the clutch lately. That's why Kyrie's new nickname is the Clutch Man because always be coming in the clutch. I call him the Clutch Man. We're the Clutch Man right now. So,
I think I want to say it was the closeout game against Minnesota. I think like in the first quarter of the first half, he had like 10 or 12 points. And then the second half start, I think he had like 30 in the second half, and he ended with like 40 points. So I mean, with that record being that zero, I think it's definitely going to change. I really do. Um, and that's another thing, like how Kyrie's gone up against, let's see, James Harden, Paul George, not Kawhi because he's never playing, he's always hurt. Anthony Edwards. I can go on and on and on. But that also made me think of the Celtics. Their route to the finals has just been way easier. So that's why I think Boston's going to get punched in the mouth and it's going to be a rude awakening going up against Dallas, because Dallas is definitely not the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell or the Knicks without Julius Randle and Brunson. It's definitely a way better team than the teams that the Celtics have played in the playoffs so far.
oh, so you say like the East has like had like the East had like the easier teams or something like that? You say they walked all over them like bums, or is that what you're saying? I'm just trying
Oh,
to.
the Celtics definitely had an easier route to the finals than the
Okay,
Mavericks,
when it comes to
100%.
like the East part, right? Well, I
I
know
would
the West part's tough. West
I
part's
would yeah, I would say the West is definitely more tough than the East. I'm not saying the East isn't anything
yeah.
like simple. Yeah, they're all NBA teams, but looking at the teams, the Western Conference is definitely way
I
stronger than
like
the
looking
East.
at the
Yeah.
teams and the records, and I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
And the strongest team so far, especially this year.
Hmm.
And that's why a lot more talented players kind of drift to more of the West Coast, more money, like better like locations to live and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Especially like literally just looking at the previous series, the Celtics played. Um, who was the
Who's the
first round? Who's the first round?
first round? I'm not sure.
It was
I believe it
the
was
pay.
Miami, Boston versus
Oh
Miami.
yeah, it was
Miami,
Miami. It was
Miami.
Miami. Miami without Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Tyler Hero, I think, ended up getting hurt in the series. Um,
Yeah, injuries kill you.
and then we got. I mean, shoot. I'm not gonna lie. If the Knicks had Randall, I think the Knicks would have beat Boston. I think if they had Randall, I think it would have been a lot different.
I believe the Knicks got eliminated by what's it called?
They got eliminated by the Pacers.
Pacers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm
So
up.
who did they play? It was Miami. Oh, Miami, Cleveland, and then
Yeah.
Indiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, the Cavs without Jared Allen, the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell. I mean,
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Cavs did have Donovan Mitchell, but it was literally like, hand the ball to Mitchell. Oh, let him work. That's what it felt like. Didn't feel like he was an actual team.
shoot, and Jared Allen was the key factor in all that. I mean, if they had Jared Allen and Donovan, I still think Boston would have won, but it definitely would have probably went to 7. Because didn't they win in 5? Was it 5?
Um,
I want to say 5.
I believe
Yeah, it was 5.
5. Yeah, about
It
5.
was 5 because I made a bet on it. And then shoot, the Pacers. The Pacers had them on the ropes pretty much the whole series. And then was it the last 2 games? Halliburton got hurt, and it was wraps after that. But either way, they're both the teams in the finals. They both played good. They both got there. And then that leads us into MVP expectations. I was actually kind of surprised when Jaylen Brown won Eastern Conference MVP over Jason. I think Jason averaged like 30, 10, and 8 for the
Yeah,
whole series.
Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
kind of shocked about that, but I was hoping it was going to be Tatum. But hey, it's what it is. I don't politic anything.
Mm. So let me ask you guys, what are your guys' MVP expectations for this series?
My MVP pick.
I'm gonna go off this game. I'm gonna see who really going hard, like who really wants. I'm gonna really take it off to that.
Like if you had to go to FanDuel and place a bet on MVP of the finals, like who would you choose?
Um, I'm gonna go with my man Luka.
Mm. Don?
Well, my 2 picks so far, I'm thinking is Tatum, and I gotta say Irving because what he did for the team. Coming in the clutch.
Mm.
All I gotta say about that.
I want Dallas to win. I don't necessarily think they're gonna win. No, I don't. I don't know. You can't really say that, but I think Dallas. If I'm going with Dallas, I'll probably say Luka. I mean, yeah, Kyrie and Luka. People have been talking. They're the best backcourt in the league and or ever. But I mean, yeah, Kyrie does. But that's the thing with a 1-2 punch, like how Kyrie can not have his full throttle and pedal to the metal the whole first half, and Luka does his thing. And then the second half, Luka can sit back a little bit, and then Kyrie can take off. I mean, that's just how a 1-2 punch works. But if I would have to choose, if Boston does win, it's probably going to be Tatum. But if Dallas wins, I think it's going to be Luka for sure. I definitely do. I mean, but like I just said, I think Boston is going to win, but I don't want them to. I want Dallas to win. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7 games. My gut's telling me Dallas in 7, but then the more realistic answer probably is looking like Boston in 6. I'm just gonna straight up. What are your guys' predictions? How many games? Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Well,
No, you go ahead.
okay. Well, I mean, my heart's saying Dallas Mavericks. That's what my heart's saying. But if I were like a gambling man, or something like that, to be a safe bet, it'll be Boston. Now, as for like how many games, I'll say, I'm gonna have to say Around 7.
Boston 7.
Yeah, around 7.
Brandon.
I'm thinking the Mavs. I think it might go to 6 or 7, but I don't feel like Boston's played a team that's gonna give them like a challenge the whole time. So I feel like playing against them, especially Kyrie and Luka, if they really turn things up, it might slow them down, might kind of like make them like change up how they're playing. Which if that works or not depends on like you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
It really depends on them. If the team can like carry them and help them do what they need to do. I'm
Also,
definitely going Mavs though.
I also just thought of this. Everyone says it's hard to play in Boston. It's tough to play in Boston. Do you guys know where Luka was playing basketball at 16 years old in the environments he was playing in? I've been seeing these clips on Twitter of him playing overseas, and the atmosphere over there, like, bro, they got flames everywhere, and everyone, like, you know, there's playoff games, and like a lot of the teams,
Go to the Olympics.
yeah, and then
Go to the Olympics.
a lot of the playoff teams, like the home crowd, like they'll stand up until they score like a basket or whatever. The whole game overseas, they're all standing. Everyone in the crowd, no one's sitting. Everyone's screaming and yelling. There's people with like fire stuff around. So I think that just changed my decision. I definitely think Dallas is going to win in 6 or 7, just because of that. Yep. That just changed my mind. I just remembered that. So I definitely think it's Dallas in 6 or 7. Wild. Those crowds, yeah. And I wish the NBA fans would pick that up, like overseas. Like a lot of people think overseas is like whatever, but it's right. But
they can run all over them, but no, it's not like that.
Mm-hmm. I just wish. Go ahead, Dom.
I also be noticing the tall people, like the centers that they be recruiting. They be coming from the overseas, Europe, and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot of You got Giannis, you got Zubac, you got who else? Luka.
Yeah,
there's tons of players from overseas.
Some of the names I can't even pronounce.
Can you pronounce Giannis's last name?
I feel like every year is more and more like players coming from overseas to play in the NBA now.
Yeah,
that means like the talent over there is getting better as well. So it's like people got to take that into consideration as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shoot, it's also vice versa. You see a lot of people from the NBA go overseas. Like I think DeMarcus Cousins just won an MVP overseas. Or I think I saw something like that. I mean, but God, how old is DeMarcus now? Jeez. I don't know. But, yep. I got my Mavericks in 6. Let's go, Kai. Let's go, Kai.
I really hope Kyrie can get another championship. That's really what I want.
Yeah, that's another thing. Him to get back to the finals since the 2016 run with Bron. Like, yeah, a lot of people. I definitely want to see Kyrie get another ring. I definitely do. And just quick. I just want to add. This is just a personal because I just want to ask you guys this. I saw there was some discussion going on. If I think it was either Skip, I forgot who said it. But do you guys think that basketball skill-wise, just skill, I'm not talking about winning rings or like winning, like, and I'm just talking basketball skill-wise, is Kyrie Irving a more skilled basketball player than Kobe Bryant? Just skill.
We're talking about the prime, right?
Dribbling, shooting, finishing. Hey, you can make an argument. You can argue that.
You know what? I honestly, I feel like I would say Kyrie definitely is more skilled.
You could definitely argue that.
Skill-wise, yes.
You can definitely argue that.
It's like I never seen Kobe do some of the stuff that Kyrie's done. Like never. I've seen Kobe do a lot of things, but like, could they do the same things? Oh no, for sure.
But I would say skill-wise, probably I would have to say Kyrie Irving. Like, just like skill-wise.
You can definitely argue it.
Like, if I needed somebody to get a quick 2-point layup, I'm giving it to Kyrie over Kobe any day.
But then
if it's like a shot, like that last shot. Oh yeah, that's definitely one of Kobe. But I don't think Kyrie can do
I
the
was gonna
same.
say it's Kobe though, it's Kobe though,
I mean, it's not even like no disrespect to Kobe, but I just feel like
Oh no,
certain situations, like everybody have like their moment.
shoot,
Yeah,
Kobe mentored Kyrie, like
Yeah,
sure, sure.
but in a way, I don't like comparing, legends like players now, like
mm,
comparing skill to like legends to players now. I don't like comparing that.
yeah.
It's like comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan. I don't like comparing that.
I'm taking LeBron over Jordan.
Oh my God! See there it is right there.
No, because look, I know this is completely off topic, but I could get into this all day.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to talk about Jordan going 6-0 in the finals. Why does no one want to talk about him losing all those years before Pippen got to Chicago, him getting killed by the Celtics? Yeah, I mean by Detroit. Why does no one want to talk about that? We don't want to take that into consideration.
you're totally right about that. No one wants to talk about that. Of course, no one wants to talk about that.
That's my thing right now.
It's just old school fans these days.
I mean, yeah, no, that's just. I mean, you can. I mean, shoot, you can see it. You can see the new wave coming in with Luca, SGA. You can see that it's kind of weird because we're kind of at that age now where, like, Paul George is getting to the end, Russell, Chris Paul, Bron, Katie, Curry, like all those players we watched and grew up on watching and all that stuff. Like those were like the faces of the league. Like it's weird seeing the shift now. So like I can kind of see how
Yeah,
like
it's a young man's game now, man.
yeah, but I can now see the side of like the older generation defending Jordan and all that. I get it, but no, I think LeBron got Jordan. I'm sorry. It's more skilled now too. Is it not?
But also, you also got to look at the player's attitude as well.
Like there's way more skillful players now in the league than when Jordan was playing.
Yeah, true. There,
Yeah.
that is actually true.
I mean, look at what LeBron did when he first came into the league for the Cavs.
Off the rip.
Like off, like
Straight out of high school.
that's something you
Off the
cannot
rip.
deny. You cannot deny that.
Mm-mm.
I feel like people don't respect what he did because nobody respected him when he first came in until he started winning the championships.
And then again, every year, the year after LeBron left the team did dramatically worse. When Jordan left, the Bulls were still riding high with Pippen.
Are we talking like the first time LeBron left Cleveland or the second?
Any team he's left, the first time he left Cleveland, when he left Miami and went to LA or back here, and then when he left here again and went to LA, every following year after that, the team he leaves does way worse.
But here's the messed up part about it. The first time he left, I believe there was some like argument with him and the owner or the head coach.
Dan Gilbert, yeah, there was.
Yeah, they were having an argument because LeBron James, wanted help. He was saying like, hey, like give me Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh on the team. But see, no one bothered doing that. And and the way it came down to was like, hey, no disrespect, coach, but these guys are good, but these guys ain't it. And that in a way, it's just like I think he just wanted a championship, so bad, which I can't blame the guy for that.
But I feel like LeBron do that everywhere though.
I mean,
Yeah, but
Because it's like
and like with everybody comparing him to Jordan, that's the only way you can really call yourself the best is if you can match up to him. Every time that somebody compare LeBron and Jordan, the first thing they say is the rings. Oh, he doesn't have the same amount of rings. That doesn't mean anything, but that's the first thing everybody says.
yeah, like when people try to just use the ring argument, it's like, all right, well, Bill Russell's the best ever then. There's no argument to it then. Because what, 11, 9, 10? It's like, if that's the argument, then Jordan's not the best. Bill Russell's the best. Or like how go ahead.
I was about to say, I just feel like the bar was set so high for like everybody coming in. I was just like, comparison wise, it's hard to scale who you really would consider to be a better player than others because of like standards like that, unrealistic standards that not everybody can achieve.
And it's like another argument I would use when I would talk about this is like, so let's say the 10th man on the roster of that Bulls team on that Bulls run when they won all those rings. You're telling me because he has 6 rings that he's better than Shaquille O'Neal because they have more than Shaq, or they have more than Stephen, so they're better than Curry. Like, it's like the ring argument. I throw that out the window. I can't use the ring argument.
Well, in a way, championships don't mean nothing. A true champ keeps practicing skill.
I feel like people just don't want to accept that everything's changing and that it's going to be players that's going to be better than previous players. You know, no one wants to hear that hero is going to get dunked on by a 19, 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know,
Nobody wants to hear that.
well, what they probably used to be cocky at that age.
Yeah, no, we just went on a tangent. Yeah, I don't know if we just completely went off course, but
I mean, hey,
that we can wrap it up there. That was the NBA Finals preview. Again, my name's Chris Golden. I'm here with Don and Brandon. See you guys next time.
yeah.